What's up guys, my name's Dychronic, yours here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be showing you where the Xur is for May 24, 2019. You can find him in his regular location on the planet EDZ, so just head over to Earth and then go over here to the Winding Cove, make your way up the mountain on top of the range. I'm not underground here, I'm actually on top of the mountain. You can see the spawn location is actually right over here, so just make your way over here and he's on top of this mountain. You should be able to find him pretty easily. I had somebody in my previous video wonder where the guy in the tower is, the Xur in the tower. I know it's one of the more complicated ones, but just open up your map. You'll see the exact same map that I showed you in the video. Make your way over to the section that I say, and after that point, just look around a little bit. You'll be able to find it pretty easily. First off, let's talk about the invitations of the 9. I actually missed 1 week. If you've done every single week, you should not see any more invitations, I believe. On this week, I'm actually missing one, so this is the final invitation of the 9, as you do a bunch of Crucible, which is, honestly, I might just leave this until the next DLC, and it'll happen when it happens, because I can just watch a video on other people doing it and then see the lore if I want. And I know a lot of people are always having concerns about the Invitation of 9 not seeming to get the Invitation of the 9. As soon as you complete your current week of invitation, the following Friday, when the Xur arrives, you'll get your next one. So if Friday starts, 10 a.m., reset happens, you finish it 10 minutes later, you cannot get the current one. You have to wait till the next following Friday. So make sure you complete your invitations before Friday. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the weapons. Sweet Business came out with the game. It is literally a minigun auto rifle. It's a lot of fun. Has a very big clip, increased accuracy from firing from the hip, and the longer you hold down the trigger, it boosts its range and fire rate, and it automatically picks up ammo off the ground straight into the magazine. So the little bricks on the ground, walk over it, goes into the magazine. An interestingly built weapon. It's slightly changed since it came out. But it's an extremely poor DPS weapon. For a minigun, the thing that we thought was going to be really good DPS, because it raises its fire rate from 360 all the way to like over 1,000, its DPS is extremely poor. Pretty much loses to every single other gun that I tested it against. And I tested it, yes, a few months ago. I haven't tested it recently, but this gun has always performed poorly. It does have high caliber, so in the Crucible you can kind of butt people's aims, but this weapon is not really worth your time. It's a cool idea, but they need to do something interesting to change it. Catalyst you got from that faction rally from New Monarchy, and I forget what it does. Next up, the Hunter Exotic known as Radiant Flux. If you're using Arc Staff, you have to use the Radiant Flux. It is basically the only thing you can use because it is so absolutely amazing. Basically what it does is quick successive attacks with the Arc Staff increase its damage output and its duration. Most people know about the duration, but it also increases its damage output. And this, you have to be hitting the enemies. I've done a bunch of tests. Swinging in the air wildly does not give you a boost to its duration or its damage. You have to be hitting enemies. So if you have a boss in front of you, you're going to be hitting it for, I think, what, 24 hits in a row, as opposed to the normal, like, 14 without Radiant Flux. So using this makes it so you have a very long super and a more powerful super, and it's a lot more powerful, by the way. So if you're using Arc Staff, you have to use Radiant Flux. Obviously this needs some tweaking because a lot of the other ones are just totally butted out because they're not as useful as this one in PvE or even PvP. Arc Staff, you gotta use Radiant Flux. As far as the role goes, Unflinching Kinetic Aim, Special Ammo Finder, the best kind of things you can find on chess pieces. Next up, the Titan Exotic known as One-Eyed Mask. Actually doesn't look too massive on this tiny female hunter, but this is gonna be the Titan Exotic that everyone knows and hates in the Crucible. Basically, you mark enemies that damage you, and when you kill them after they've been marked, you get an increase to damage and overshield, which is actually really powerful. You used to be able to basically two-shot people with the Memento Mori Ace of Spades hand cannon after getting this bonus, and you immediately get your overshield as soon as you kill people. They have nerfed it, so you get your overshield starts charging, like it literally starts refreshing. It does not just give it to you instantly, and in the future update on June 4th, they're going to make it so that damage bonus does not allow you to two-tap with Ace of Spades with Memento Mori. So just wanted to mention that. Still, overall, this thing is actually really good. The alternative to this is going to be the Mask of the Quiet One, which about does the same thing, and I honestly would recommend checking that out because not a lot of people are using it, so Bungie's not paying attention to it. So use the other one while it's hot. As far as the roles go, hand cannon targeting, getting super energy on melee kills, and these two scavengers are obviously really good. And finally, there is no ornament, but I did see a preview for this ornament coming up in the next DLC. I saw it on that TWAB Eververse preview of the store. I did see it, and I know that there's an ornament coming for this very ugly looking mask. And finally, the Warlock Exotic known as Chromatic Fire, something that I was looking for a very long time, literally the last Forsaken item that I needed, and it was the first one that I actually wanted. it's actually really interesting, although not really that powerful. Basically, precision kills with kinetic weapons create an explosion of that element of your equipped subclass. Basically, it's like Dragonfly of your equipped subclass. Now, what makes this interesting is that no kinetic weapon other than Ace of Spades actually has Dragonfly on it. And Ace of Spades has Firefly, which is the combination of fast reload and the Dragonfly explosions. So keeping that in mind, if using Ace of Spades with Chromatic Fire, you get double explosions. And it's actually a lot of fun to use. But overall, it's mostly just something that's fun to use. And obviously this pairs up really nicely with Unflinching Kinetic Aim, good synergy with the kinetic weapons creating explosions, and then Special Armor Finder, best thing you can have on this column for the chest armor. Overall, a fun exotic to have, but not particularly powerful for the things you need to do a lot of damage. And that is pretty much it. Again, make sure you pick up your 5 of Swords if you don't have it already for high scoring nightfalls and easier nightfalls. And then secondly, Fated Engram, guaranteed to give you an exotic you do not have from Forsaken and before. And that is pretty much it. That is the Xur for you guys today. Let me... Oh my god. I died from that. That is gonna be pretty much it for the video today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below if you had any questions, concerns, you confusion about the Invitation of the Nine, the weapons, or anything. Or if you just wanted to say hello, I like hippos. I don't know. Well, tell me your favorite animal or something. Let me know in the comments down below and I might include it in the next video. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. My name is Dychronic and I will see you guys on the next one.